So I have a cutting board today, glass cutting board, and I don't use the green pads. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then some towels. So let me, how do you flip this around now? Oh, right there. All right, there we go. I'm just going to cut these apart. I already printed. These are the cutting boards. And I'm going to start the cutting board because it takes 4.5 minutes. So this is the one I'm going to do first. And these you do not mirror because otherwise it shows through the bottom and your words would be backwards if you mirrored it. So I just put, oh, we need blowout paper. Put that down. Put that down. And these designs I'm going to show you today are brand new. They are not listed yet, but I will get them listed this afternoon sometime. And then I was doing the buy $10 on any of my shops and get the 16 free AI alcohol ink designs. That ended yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and extend that through the whole weekend. So if you spend $10 at all throughout this weekend, you'll get that. If you haven't done that yet, you can still grab those. So, and that will include these new designs as well. So again, I'm just lining up. So there's barely any bleed. So you want to make sure that's even. And sometimes I just turn the whole thing to see all the way around, top and bottom. Okay, that looks good. So now my press, something's going on with my press where my knob is. I've got to get the part for it, so hopefully it doesn't give us any trouble closing it here. All right, and that's heavy pressure, and we're just going to let it go for about 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So once that beeps, I'll show you that, and then I just flip it onto my mat on the ground here. My room's a mess because I've had so many orders. It's crazy. Finally all caught up though. All right, so I'm going to prepare and get one of the towels ready. So I'm going to move this over here. Move these. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. All right, so the designs I did. One of my prints didn't print, looks like. That's my baby set. So, the cutting board that I'm matching, the towel didn't print, so that's okay. I'll show you one of these towels. Same exact concept. So I'm just cutting these apart really quick. So all the new designs I did come with the matching towel design and a matching cutting board design, which these are great for Mother's Day. And these ones I'm doing are not personalized. And on the cutting board one, I put Home Sweet Home, but it comes with that or blank. So you don't have to use the Home Sweet Home. You can just leave it blank. So I'm going to spray this lightly. And I always just go over the trash can. You probably won't be able to see it, but this is the spray. Sprayway's Fast Tack 382. I also use this Sprayway one. This is the one that Coastal sells or used to. And then I also use a Conde spray, which I'm out of completely. So you can see it's just a really light mist. You do not need a lot. And then again, I'm just going to lay it down on a flat surface so that I can put my towel on there. First, I'm going to lint roll my towel because normally I do that before I go live, but I didn't. I'm going to lint roll this. And these towels are really awesome. So they're like velour on the front, and I'll post the link to Marvin's site after, but they're a velour on the front and then a terry back, so they actually work really well. So you want to sub on the soft side. And this can be tricky, lining it up for the full bleed, but see if I get it first time or not. It's a little off. It was good and straight, just not far enough over. You can see it's kind of harder to pick up. That looks better. Yep, that looks good. I'm just making sure there's no air pockets. So that is ready to be subbed once that cutting board comes off. And so then you can literally pick it up. And I even use that spray on hard substrates, not anything big, but like the ornaments, earrings, things like that that are really harder to tape. You looking at the new design over there? All right, let's see how much time we have. Are there any questions? We have about 15 seconds. No questions? Okay. And I'll leave this posted, so if you're watching the replay and you have a question, just post and then I'll get it answered. Oh, it's hard to undo. So when you're lifting it up, just do it really lightly so that nothing shifts. Take that off. And then I take with the paper underneath and the printed paper so it's heavier. And then, like I said, I just flip it over onto my mat to cool because it is hot, 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 hot. Super hot. So once that's cool, I'll lift it up and show you. So like I said, the towels match. I have matching towels to that. And then the cutting board, the towels are blank. The cutting board then comes with Home Sweet Home and blank. Comes with both. All right, so for the towels, these are going to be pressed twice because they're a full bleed and I don't have the room on my press to press it all in one. So I fold this paper here. I make sure my blowout paper is long enough. And then I'm just going to take this towel. And I'm going to go up, making sure it's on my press all the way around so I don't have any not pressed areas. And I'm going to fold here, so, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. And my press is set to 4 minutes, and I'm going to do another cutting board, so I don't want to reset it, so I'm just going to watch the time. So in 1 minute, when it gets down to 3:40, then I'm going to turn it, and I'll show you how I turn it to get the full bleed. And I did this on Ashley's like really bright red towel, and it was beautiful. It turned out fine. So this is just what works for me. Some of my new designs, like this one especially, say you only have a 13 by 19 printer, you can cut along here, print this part, and then print the middle so that it's easier to press. I don't think you can really do that on this one because of the button. I could take the button off if anybody wants it without the button, just with the lace and the wood, and then that you could cut it that way too. So it makes it a little easier to print and press if you don't have a big printer. But Marvin can sell you the prints. I also sell prints, so if you want prints of towels and you can't print them that long, then you can just message me or Marvin and we can get you. Okay, so it's been 1 minute. I'm going to take that blowout paper off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the whole thing all the way around. And I'm going to hang the side I already did off. Get a new piece of blowout paper. Now it's going to be heavier, so don't let go. So I just hold down here where the press will not get me. And then we wait another minute. Look at those colors.
Roseanne and Nancy say hi.
Hi! So pretty. So I'll show you, and you won't even be able to tell where the second press was, hopefully. So last time I did it, you couldn't tell, so hopefully same thing this time. In a few seconds, we'll take it off. See if this is cool enough to touch yet. And cutting boards stay hot for a long time. It's still pretty hot, but there is the new design, and it has a matching towel that has this plaid in the middle, and then both sides have the wreath with the bow. So pretty. But only the cutting board has Home Sweet Home, and it will also come blank. So you could put a name in the middle. These would be really pretty for Mother's Day.
How big is your press?
This is a 16 by 20 press. All right, so I'm going to pull up, but I'm going to make sure that I have a hold of the towel so it doesn't shift on me. Oh no, did I? Look what I did, you guys. So you can't tell where the second press was, but you can tell where I didn't, it was not on the press. So, but here's about where the second press was. So you can tell that. I'm going to press another one of these. What a bummer, because I guess I'll have to keep this one. But this is also a new design. It does have a matching cutting board. So I'll get that listed. But how pretty is that?
Love the lace border.
Thank you. That was actually a Jason idea. Did somebody say that, or you just said that? He said that because that was his idea. Because it didn't look right. I was struggling with how to get it. I liked the button in the middle, but just the button in the wood didn't look right, and bows didn't look right underneath it. So anyways, all right, we're going to press another one so I can show you that again. And then we'll be done. I do have some baby items I have to press. So for a physical order, a baby blanket and a burp cloth. Now burp cloths, I'll show you real quick. They're smaller than the full bleed towels, and so these I can fit on my 16 by 20. Not if just going straight up and down, but if I go side to side, it will fit. So you don't have to do a double press on those. Okay, so let me get my design again here. I can't believe I did that. I didn't make sure it was on the press when I rotated it. Alright, so light mist. That's still hot. I'm going to move this right up there. Okay. Just roll this really quick.
What spray are you using?
It's a Sprayway brand, 382 Fast Tack. They had it on Amazon, but it was like 12 bucks. But somebody asked me the other day, and I went to go link it, and they only had the 10-pack for like $100, which it lasts a long time. You don't need a 10-pack, so unless you're going to share it with somebody or want to store it for that long. But you can get it lots of other places. I sent somebody a link the other day. I think it was like $8 or $10, something like that. All right, so I'm going to just kind of eyeball here to the center. Okay. And again, we're going to try this again. I'm going to fold it. I'm going to go up onto the press. Maybe about. And see, I always make sure that it's on the press. You can feel. Hold it right there. You can feel that it's on the press because there's not very much room, maybe a 1/4 inch on each side. So moral of the story, when you go to spin it, you're going to want to make sure that you check it when you spin it as well, which I did not do, clearly. All right, so 1 minute. Any questions or anything besides this Sprayways? And I use it a ton. It's amazing for baby blankets. If you lay it down, and if you were watching earlier, I had to reposition because it wasn't good placement. It just pulls right up and then comes back down. So look at that. I just made myself a new towel. I'm doing these for a giveaway, so I can't, or not a giveaway, but a donation, like for an auction, for a silent auction, so I can't personalize them. So same thing with the Home Sweet Home. But pretty colors. All right. So again, I'm going to lift this up, move it, spin it out of the way, take this top sheet off, throw it in the trash. Then I'm going to take the bottom blowout paper and the top, everything, the whole thing. I'm going to spin it all the way around. Just like that. And this time I'm going to make sure, see, I'm not on there.
Try to scare me.
What, baby?
Try to scare me.
Okay, tell Kenna not to scare you, please.
Mom said don't scare me.
I can still come this way some, so I'm not repressing a lot of the area. Arm in this way. Okay, that looks good. So, we have some more blowout paper. And because of the weight, you don't want to let go, so I usually just hold it there like that. And then you can let go. In 1 minute.
Roseanne says, I wonder if you used a board to help move it easier.
Yeah, you probably could. I actually used to have a board back there. Oh, it's right here. It's what I use for my baby blankets. And I always just wrap it in butcher paper and then, but yeah, it would be easier. It's not hard to really shift it. I just try to be really careful because you don't want anything to shift or move, because that's when you'll get the ghosting or it'll look double pressed. So. Seconds. And if you weren't on earlier, the $10, if you spend $10, get, okay, here we go, get the 16 AI generated alcohol ink files for free. That ended yesterday, but I'm going to extend that through the weekend. So, all right. So, full press, and you could not tell where it was double pressed. And I did this, like I said, on Ashley's red one, and which are like a solid darker color, and you could not tell where it was, where I stopped pressing. So there's those. I'm going to go ahead and press the matching cutting board to that, which is another 4 minutes. So again, those you put underneath the cutting board, and it shows up and through. And that's why you don't mirror them, because it shows up through the This is the sublimation coating, because this is the actual cutting board part. So you don't want to mirror it, because it actually shows through. So if it was mirrored, it would show it through. Okay, so here is our print. I already put on a new piece of butcher paper. I'm just going to center that in the middle of my press. And then I'm going to grab my glass cutting board. I'm going to set it down and just make sure the bleed is the same. And it's like about a 1/8 inch. It's not a large bleed, so it's pretty easy to see. That looks good. I'm just going to cover it, and again, that will be 4 minutes and 40 seconds. And then I'm going to get out of here and go right off into the desert with my boys. I'm going to loosen that just a little. That was a little too hard. There we go. All right. What's everybody else up to today? Anybody that's on here get a chance to go get Starbucks on us today? I posted that in the group, so if you haven't been into the group, go look. And I think last time I checked, there was still about $25 on there. So
For the cutting board, did you follow the same pressing time and temp as with using a green pad?
I've never used a green pad, so I don't know what their pressing time is. I just use my regular press hard pressure for 4 minutes and 40 seconds at 400 degrees. And I've never used a green pad, and my cutting boards always turn out amazing. So here, this one is a new design. It's got like a, almost like a wood grain bottom, and then the very, very, very light plaid top. I'm not sure if you can see that, cream and khaki. A teal border, and then the succulent wreath, and it says Home Sweet Home. It also comes blank, so you could put an initial, or it'd be cute to put like Mom's Kitchen or Grandma's Kitchen, and then put names or whatever. Mother's Day's coming up, so in May, but it's never too early to start advertising for that. So there's that, and that does have the matching towels. They just didn't print. I guess I thought they did, and they didn't. So, and then this is a new design. We're pressing that cutting board right now, and then this is a new one. It's hard to tell because the colors look different, obviously, right before it's pressed. But here's the cutting board and towel prints for those. And what else was I going to say? Oh, the towels. I want to give Marvin a shout out again. So they're like a micro velour on the front. Very, very soft. Reminds me of like the baby blankets. And then on the back, I don't know if that'll focus in. It's like a terry cloth. So I actually use these in my kitchen all the time. They wash beautifully, and they're just really nice. They're very nice quality. It's especially nice when you don't mess them up. But that's okay. I have my own now. I just didn't have it on the press.
Raining in Florida.
Oh no. It's beautiful here today for the first time, and like I've been on spring break, and I think it's rained and been windy every single day. We've been wanting to go out in the desert, but it's been too windy. It's no fun when it's super windy in the desert. It's breezy today, but it's not super high winds, so love you.
Sorry, I know you mention Marvin often, but what's his company name and website?
I'll link it after the live, but it's well, he just rebranded, so it's Driven by Graphics. His supply company used to be Design Co. So, but I'll link it after the live. I'll throw the link in the comments, that way you can hop on there. All right, 15 seconds. But yeah, that's where I get all of my towels, all my baby products, the burp cloths. I've got one here because I'm getting ready. Oh no, that's a bib I have here. Getting ready to do a baby set, but they're the same material. So they're the really soft fronts and the terry cloth backs. So they actually work. People can actually use them. They're not just decorative. They're very nice. And then his Sherpa blankets are amazing. I can show you one in just a second. There's a box. There's boxes everywhere in here, but there's a box back there I just got. All right. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm going to show you before I flip it. All right, now I'm going to flip it to cool. And like I said, I hold it with both. Don't just pick up the paper or it'll probably bust through. I just put it there to cool. Glass takes a long time to cool. So, are there any other questions? I'm going to grab a baby blanket really quickly.
I think we're just all taking bets if you're going to step on that in barefoot.
For real, huh? I am so clumsy, so, I mean, I dropped a bottle opener on my toe the other night and turned my toe purple. So this is the baby blanket that Marvin sells. So it's got that white minky front, so soft, and then the back is the gray Sherpa. And they turn out so good. I'll post a video, or not a video, I'll post pictures later because I have a set I have to make.
Where are the cutting boards again?
Cutting boards I get from either Conde or Coastal. Just depends on what else I'm ordering. Because whenever I order from there, I try to order enough to get free shipping because otherwise they're heavy and they cost a lot more. I used to, when Conde offered the free local pickup, I would place an order and go down there like twice a year, and it was way cheaper. But now, since they do the free shipping over a certain amount, they don't. Their prices went up to include the shipping, basically. So it doesn't make sense for me to do that. So either Coastal or Conde. And I just get if I'm buying from Conde, I get the dye trans ones. Oh, it's too hot to show you. I like them. They're the cheapest ones that they offer. And these are the large size. They also have an 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 11 one. But I personally like the large size, and it's what I sell the most of to customers. And I have customers who still have theirs a couple years later. I have one out in my Airbnb in Big Bear that I've had there for a couple years, and it gets used by all the guests, and it's still holding up pretty good. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to hop off here. If there's anything else you guys want to see live, just let me know, and I don't mind doing these lives. We'll do the camera setup next time. It's a lot easier just to do it this way for a quick one, but next one we'll do the actual live where we have the different cameras and all that. But I hope you all have a great Saturday, and we'll see you later. Bye.